Alright guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Daiwa Coastal TWS. I've had quite a few people ask me about this reel now, so I'm going to go ahead and do a good review here for you. So let's start out with the specs of the reel. It is a 7.3 to 1 gear ratio. It is rated for, I think, about 15 pounds of drag. Not sure about how many bearings it has. I think probably about 6 or 7. But they're all corrosion resistant Daiwa CRBB bearings, so they're the corrosion resistant Daiwa bearings. The best bearings Daiwa has to offer outside of the mag sealed. So yeah, that's really the specs. You got the T-wing system there. 15 pounds of drag, 7.3, corrosion resistance. That's the lowdown of the reel here. Daiwa Mag Force Z system. If you're familiar with Daiwas, you got your little mechanism here for your magnetic brakes. Okay, so I've had this reel probably for, I don't know, probably at least half a year, over half a year, at least over half a year. Not a full year, but I've fished this reel very, very, very hard since the time I've owned it. I've caught not tons, but a lot of flounder on it. I've caught a lot of trout on this reel. I've caught some reds. I've caught some snook on this reel. I think maybe 3 or 4 snook on this reel. And I've actually, the biggest fish I've caught on this reel was a pretty nice tarpon. And this reel handled that tarpon like a champ, I gotta say that. This reel has been abused with how many fish it's caught, and I've dunked this reel in the salt water accidentally at least 3 times, probably more like 5, where 5 counting the ones that I never even caught myself on. And it also has been dropped into the sand at the beach face down like this at least twice, maybe 3 times. I know of twice for sure. And even after dunking it and dropping it in the sand and all that, I went out, still caught fish on it. Everything was functional, working great. You would have the the grinding of the sand in the reel after you dunked it or dropped it in the sand, but that didn't inhibit any of the properties of the reel. So it was a great reel. I've had it for quite a while now, abused the heck out of it, and I just love this reel. It retails for about $230, I think, but can be had for $180 on Amazon, eBay, maybe closer to $190 than $180, but Amazon, eBay, some other maybe smaller online retailers will sell this reel as well for that price. So yeah, it, in my opinion, is, if you're looking for an inshore baitcaster, the best inshore baitcaster you can get. I would have to say this is probably what you're going to be looking at getting. I know a lot of people like using the 13 fishing, and I have to admit the 13 fishing reels, they look nice, they do. I love the cork handles on them, that's awesome. But the problem is for me, is they're not built to last. I've heard a lot of people having problems with corrosion with them. This reel, it's been dunked and abused, and not even the T-wing, the worm gear, any of that is all fine. No corrosion whatsoever on this reel. Not the brass main gear, anything. No corrosion. That's great. Drag on it, you can lock it down, and when it says 15 pounds of drag, it means 15 pounds. You might even be getting 8, or not 18, more like 16 when you really lock it down, but then it's going to be jerky. If you have it, a little bit off lockdown like that, you're going to have smooth drag, crazy smooth drag, and you're going to be getting a lot of it, around 14 pounds probably. 13 Fishing, haven't had any experience with their drags. They say 30 pounds. There's no way there's 30 pounds of drag. They might have close to 20, but I couldn't really see it being smooth. But the main difference for me, why this is a lot better than all the other reels, especially, you know, the 13 Fishings, is it's got the brass, marine grade brass drive gear, and the marine grade brass pinion gear. If you don't know about brass versus aluminum, brass is much harder and much more durable than aluminum. You will have an aluminum drive gear versus a brass drive gear, and the brass drive gear will outlast the aluminum 2-to-1. So this reel is built to last compared to some of the other reels out on the market. As you can see, this reel is ridiculously smooth after being dunked and dropped in the sand, and so many fish have been caught on it. There's no any kind of wear I could see inside the teeth of the drive gear. It's performed extremely well for me. So that is what I gotta say. So go ahead and like and comment and subscribe for more content. Comment what kind of videos you want to see me doing here in the future. I might be putting out a servicing video for this reel, seeing if anybody has one and wants to know how it's serviced. I've serviced this thing at least 3 times, being that it's been dropped in the sand. You know, just cleaning out all that sand in there, and you know, making sure, you know, you're not damaging any of your internals with, you know, sand grinding in there. And you also you want a smooth reel. You don't want to turn the handle and hear sand grinding in your reel as well. So servicing video on this reel probably in the near future. Any other reels that you've seen me fish with, you want to have reviewed or servicing, you know, go ahead and ask me if you want to see those. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and put in some pictures of fish I've caught on this reel, as well as I think I have a video of the tarpon that I was catching on this reel, and I'll go ahead and put those in right now. Sky is open, makes an open scene. Oh, oh, just like in fiction.